I love when we have a chance to feature awesome scale RC helicopters on our channel. And this is one of the largest helicopters that we've ever had here. And it's gonna be a lot of fun because this is a very high-end, high hobby grade level of RC that has a lot of capabilities packed in to this helicopter. And you might notice that we are missing a blade, and that's because even in the blades there is new technology that I haven't seen in the hundreds of helicopters that we have had on our channel in the past. So I wanted to show you how to install these blades, which I think is very innovative, and I applaud them for doing that because it made it very easy. This is a ready to fly helicopter. It comes in just like this. The only thing that's not installed are the 4 blades. And as I said, it's extremely easy to do. I actually waited intentionally to do the last one just to show you guys. It has a GPS functionality. It should be very beginner friendly to fly. Here's your hands-free shot.
There it is.
Let's install that blade, put it in the air, and have some fun. DJI kind of does a similar thing, but you know, it's very different because it's a dual blade prop. See that little notch and then the hook in there? There's a spring in here, and this is how we install it. We simply just line that up, push in to get the tension, twist it, and then when it pulls out, it's locked in place. Our blades are installed. Now they did make one mistake that I've noticed through this process so far, and it makes me scratch my head and wonder sometimes because these manufacturers will spend a lot of time and money on the R&D of a product like this, and as I said, it's ready to fly. We're going to be flying on a 4S 5000 milliamp LiPo battery, and that's their battery, right? That's a ready to fly unit. It comes with the Velcro strip on the bottom of the battery right there, you guys can see. Here's the problem. Okay, look at this. If I try to put the battery in here based on the Velcro strip, it doesn't fit. It makes me really wonder, like, guys, you took months, maybe years to develop this thing, and no one thought the battery is gonna go in like this on its side, put the Velcro on the side. So you can either rip that Velcro off and put it on the side. What I've done is brought my own little piece of Velcro. Simple thing, but it just makes me scratch my head. Let's fly. And now we hit run. There we go. I see the tail.
Oh boy.
There's the main blade. This is all it right now. I'm not touching anything.
Do you have a lock button? A motor off button?
Yes, I do.
Do you know how to turn the motors off?
Fingers are right on it, ready to go.
Oh boy.
And throttling up.
Oh boy.
It's okay. Yep, we're good.
So scary.
The little jump was a little scary, but hey, there we go. So I'll rotate it some so you can see how cool it looks. It sounds amazing. And here's your hands-free shot.
There it is.
Notice this time I didn't take my eyes off of it at all. Let's cruise around some. So believe it or not, this helicopter has an ability to do inverted flying. I am not messing with that at all. At least the controller says it does. The instructions don't say anything about it. A future video, we will fly this again when it's a bit warmer out and see if we can make the inverted stuff happen. But right now today, we're just gonna enjoy the scale flying of this, which, don't you guys think it needs a pilot in there?
Yes.
With that huge open canopy. And my gosh, it sounds amazing. I love big scale helicopters, especially that are easy to cruise around and fly like this.
Does your transmitter show battery life?
Battery life. It's probably going to be about 35 seconds in this video because it's so cold. I do have telemetry and it does, let's see, I don't know. I'm looking down for a second.
I gotcha.
I don't think I have battery life flight telemetry. I have transmitter telemetry and then signal power. So, you know, we'll shoot for maybe 5 minutes or so, Abby. I'm cruising nice and slow. I'm going to actually push the right stick forward just about all the way on this next pass to give a nice speedy pass down the runway. So I've just been barely pushing the stick. Here we go. Full throttle. And then throttle up. Turn it around. Yeah, big helicopter, bright yellow.
Oh, sorry,
easy
guys.
to see. It is awesome.
Except when my camera goes blurry.
We'll flip it around. Nice. A big helicopter with a GPS like this is just so sweet. Now, yeah, we had issues with a helicopter the last time we had large FlyWing on the channel, and it was just because the tail motor wires were installed backwards.
But we've had really good FlyWings too.
Yes, that's right.
Like really, really good ones.
That's right.
So
let's get it in a little lower, a little slower, a little closer, because I just want you guys to see scale details. I'm not going to get in too close, Abby, because it is very big.
yeah, that's good enough.
Yep. Isn't that cool? Look how amazing that looks. Especially with the sun hitting it. Yeah. That is a very, very awesome helicopter. I love this thing. I love that also the blades, for whatever reason, they chose not to allow those blades to fold in, probably because of the way they install. So they're very easy to uninstall. You just push in, twist, and then uninstall the blade. So for storage purposes and transportation, those props do not have to stay on there. Let's just get some more cruising going on up and down the runway and cruising around. This would be such a good helicopter for an FPV platform inside the canopy because of the space that you have just to see out of it. I'm just going to be quiet on a couple passes because I want you guys to just hear this thing. You can just hear the power. It's so cool. Man. You could almost call this the world's most expensive beginner helicopter. Isn't that cool, Abby?
Very.
I mean, it's very easy to fly. It is just like a drone. It is locked in solid. And I don't know how you feel right now, but my fingers feel like they're going to fall.
I'm hurting really bad, just so you know.
Okay, so let's try two things. I want to try an actual landing on my own, and then I want to hit GPS and just let it do its own thing. So let's get a nice smooth landing here. I want to come in at just a cool angle because we have GPS, so I can do like a side angle landing like this. Oh, that was just golden. Now I'm holding throttle down, but I think I actually have to hit stop. Yep, and that stopped the motor, okay? And, you know, when it's warmer, we're gonna test the GPS. This is too cold, Abby.
Thank you.
Let that idle down, that is so cool.
Oh, I thought you were done. Sorry.
That's the best part.
You're right. There it is.
And welcome to the chaos of it all, guys. This is where the home base is, and we needed to come back to the home base because my thumbs, Abby's poor little fingertips, and just the cold in general was too much to get to us to wrap the video up outside. And that's okay because it feels so much better in here and it's so much cooler, and I have a really good chance to show you how easy these blades are to take off. And so if you need to put it away for storage, because you know they don't fold, it's extremely easy to take those off and to put them back on. You see that little notched edge there? There's a very powerful high tension spring in here which offers resistance. I twist and I let it lock into place, and that is not going anywhere. That is an awesome design for this helicopter. And just for reference, they're coming from this guy, which you had to manually install the bolts yourself. And remember, this did fly out of control, but that was before Dwight was piloting it, so thank you, Dwight, for saving the day. Awesome helicopters. FlyWing really does a fantastic job, and you guys know, you've seen it on our channel, we're going to call it like we see it. This had, the original is actually V2 or V3, I think, had a horrible problem that a lot of YouTubers were afraid to actually show, but we showed it. This has no problems other than the little battery issue that I talked about. And who knows? That could have just been whoever packaged mine up and sent it out might have quickly put Velcro on the battery and not thinking about, you know, which direction it was going to go in or something. So it's a very nice transmitter. I don't think I showed you out at the flying field very well. Everything's labeled extremely well, and it has really good range and gets the job done. It feels hobby grade, it doesn't feel cheap, and that's good. You don't want a cheap radio on a ready to fly helicopter, especially on something this nice. Now, I said it when we were out there flying, at least I think I remember saying it out there. It could have been the sickness talking, I'm not sure, but it's kind of like me saying that is such a very good beginner friendly helicopter, It's like saying this 3D printer is a good beginner-friendly 3D printer. Yeah, there are cheaper options out there that can get the job done, but if you want kind of the best experience out of the box, in my experience, you go with something nice and beginner-friendly and a high success rate. That's what you're going to get with something like this. It's nice, it's easy to see, it's beginner-friendly. It might not be wallet-friendly, but it is beginner-friendly, and it's going to give you a very high success rate, which is awesome. Our setup came with 2 flight batteries. I was extremely impressed with the flight time that we were getting on it, but that might just be that we were freezing and it was hurting to be out there. So I hope to get Abby on the controls with this as the weather warms up, because it is so big and easy to see and beginner friendly. And Abby, you can take your hands off the controls and it just locks in place and hovers by itself. You can throw a switch and it returns to home and will land right where it took off. That's awesome. A beginner can actually fly this and have success with it, but I wouldn't recommend that a beginner fly without the Academy of Model Aeronautics. That's the AMA. They're an insurance program for those of us that fly anything from a big, powerful, awesome helicopter like this, all the way down to a paper airplane with tiny little brush motors that couldn't hurt a mouse, right? I still would recommend that you fly with the AMA, because you never know when a mistake could happen. And there's a common misconception out there. People think if you have AMA, you have to be flying at an AMA sanctioned site to be covered by AMA. And that's not true. You can fly anywhere and be covered by AMA as long as you're flying by their rules and guidelines. They'll be linked in the description box below next to the link where you can pick up this helicopter. And guys, this thing is amazing. Let me know your thoughts. If you're a beginner pilot, would you rather learn on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crashed helicopters that cost $100 each and finally be good enough to fly something without the stability and assistance that this one offers? Or if you had the option and you had $1,000 laying around to spend on your first helicopter, would you just drop that 1K on the perfect beginner helicopter? Because that's what this is. Let me hear your thoughts, and know that when you use the link to buy this, it does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. I want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with the time to jump in front of the camera and bring this video to you. I know it was sub-freezing temperatures. We're talking like 10 degrees Fahrenheit out. It hurt our fingers, but it still made a memorable moment on camera to share with you guys and to share with the world, to anybody that wants to watch and hang out with us, and for that, I thank God. I also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. If you want to see more helicopter content, we have a ton on our channel, but I think it's really good for people to know you do not have to spend this much money to have a high success rate, and we'll have a hand-picked video of a much more budget-friendly helicopter popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye!